Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm musically malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Listen, let's just get this out of the way. Yes, I have a red pimple right here, okay? I don't have a makeup artist, just is what it is. Is it gonna be distracting? Probably. But listen, we got some good music to listen to. Today, we are getting into, I'm assuming it's pronounced TOMORA, because this is Aurora and Tom Rowlands from the Chemical Brothers, their project together. So Aurora and Tom, I'm assuming is TOMORA. Obviously I have, well, maybe not obviously if you haven't been around the channel, but I've been through all of Aurora's music, all of her albums. I was actually counting over on Patreon. That's where I have music videos, live performances, interviews. I have about 25 videos in over 15 or 16 hours of time spent on Aurora's everything. The interviews, live performances, music videos. So we're well acquainted with Aurora, but I know that this is a totally different project. It actually says here, they break open their soundscapes with a vivid experimental sound after launching the project with 2025's Ring the Alarm. Their debut album, Come Closer, arrived the following April. I have stayed away from listening to anything with this album just because I wanted to hear it with fresh ears. So I haven't heard any of the singles or anything like that. So we're going to give everything a listen. I don't think that the lyrical content is very heavy, at least at the beginning of the album. I was kind of poking through the Genius listings and they seem pretty short. So I think this is primarily a music-focused album. So we may not have too much to really look at with that. But we're going to give it a listen. I'll keep some notes on my handy dandy notepad. We'll have a little discussion after each song and it should be a good time. All right, I'm going to shut up now and we're going to get into this. This is track 1, which is only 31 seconds. So we might just let it flow into the second track, but we'll start with Please. I'm ready. Experimental for sure, but I know they're about to come out the gate with this second track. It's like sirens in your nightmares luring you. I'm all for an experimental album. Stretch yourself. Right, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Mixed with Aurora's ancient voice. It may just be good to kind of paint what the music evokes. It's almost like if you'd imagine Aurora in her typical environment, like calling you into the forest, into nature, but if you pair it with these like space type sounds, it's almost like somewhere deep in the universe calling you. Like, that's a pretty cool thought. Obviously, she sounds as beautiful as always. The mixture of organic and mechanical is so fun. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in this reaction with my eyes closed, as one should. And I'm sure we'll get some dance hits on here. Maybe, maybe not. Could all be very reflective. This is shaping up to be one of those albums. It's like a great nighttime play. It's laying in bed, both AirPods in, noise cancellation. Like fall inside of yourself. I love that. Let's let it roll. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. What if this was the whole track?
Body, heart, rhythm, start.
I've never heard his voice.
Blood, water, mud. I know what to do with a boy like you. A boy like you. A boy. A boy. A boy like you. Fire, boil, tainted soil, growing pain, heaven, rain. I know what to do. I know, with a boy like you, a boy like you, a boy, a boy, boy like you.
Dude, I just imagine them in the studio in this like flow state, you know? Just a playground. It'd be cool if he was using her language on this part.
I know you.
'Cause you know Aurora has her own language that she sings sometimes.
I've seen your mind. I've seen your dreams. You're not hard to please.
kind of imagining if Cthulhu was a thirst trap. This would be his voice in your head. Okay. The transition. They're just making club hits. Dude, I can just see her on stage. I only have so much space to dance back here, you guys.
Ring the alarm. Bring me love, 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 bring me love.
All right, we're going to talk about it for a second. So it does seem like, and some of the songs didn't flow like directly into each other, but obviously the last one did. It does sound like this one's probably going to flow into. Seems like they're trying to create this cohesive experience through it. It's really interesting to me. I was also trying to channel my inner Aurora there. I don't think that there are any production notes at this time. Oh, wait, we do have a few things. Hold on. Let's see. Not for the first track here. I'll bring you guys in. Okay, so this is from Come Closer, which was track 2. Looks like maybe there's a Coachella performance of it. That's fun. So we'll have the live performances in music videos over on Patreon, which, like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun because it seems like the kind of thing that Aurora is just really able to be free, you know? Okay, there's a music video for this one as well. Now, I know a few of these do have some production notes, I believe, or at least some comments from them. They also have some visualizers for them. All right, this is as far as we are with Ring the Alarm. Oh, cool, we got another Coachella performance. Music video. So yeah, those will be fun to watch. As far as like the album so far, I love, like I was saying, just the idea of doing something very experimental, because I think that breaking out of like what you normally do, because my understanding for Aurora is she kind of goes away, creates an album, tours the album, and then goes away again for a time. And then I think she chose to engage in this project kind of during her break time. But I feel like things like this, kind of breaking outside of the norm that you've been doing, trying some experimental sounds, maybe things that obviously that may not fit into the things she normally does for herself, gives you that opportunity to just stretch yourself, right? And open yourself up a little bit more, that hopefully when you come to your next project, maybe you're just in a fresh or a different state of mind. And so I really love that she's doing that. I think that it inspires me too, kind of the minimalist approach to it, because I've been doing some music production things on my own and trying to stretch myself because there are certain patterns I find myself falling into. And so I either hear other stuff or I just really try to like, oh, okay, I always do kick and snare here. Let me not do that. And instead of using these sounds for it, like, let me try a totally different sound. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. But this really inspires me, just in the idea of you can have minimalist tracks, you know, that are really interesting musically, but don't have to be super deep or rich lyrically. And especially I think things like that within albums can be really cool breakups to the flow, and not like disrupting the flow, but adding to whatever the catalog is you're creating, but also not, you know what I'm saying? It's just being a little bit of a different piece within an album, I think is a really cool idea. Okay, let's jump in. Maybe we'll start it here from the end of Ring the Alarm and see where they go.
My baby just cares for me. 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 For me. For me. For me. My baby just cares for me.
Oh, this is great, man. How it just opened up. They even brought her vocals more forward.
My baby just cares for me. My baby just cares for me.
Her voice fits so well with this.
My baby just cares for me. My baby just cares for me.
Little dog bark. No track is complete without a dog bark. So yeah, you can see they do have some breaks kind of built within it. So it isn't one completely flowing experience. I mean, I think it flows, but you know what I mean? Not segueing into one another every time. Okay, so this was My Baby. And there are a total of 12 tracks on this. So with My Baby, I did see that in a few of the later tracks, there are some notes from them. Something I thought was really interesting is, which I don't think this is what they're doing, but it made me think that there would be a project that would be really cool to begin either from space or from Earth and move in either direction. So like if you could imagine trying to pull all of these sounds from the different layers, it's a little gross, but if you could imagine even like from within the body and you're pulling sounds, whether it's the heartbeat or, you know, you can get some chicken. Just... Sorry, it's gross. But like all these kind of fleshy organic sounds and then kind of move out and then, you know, kind of from the ground and then keep going up, but you're using sounds from each realm and you kind of like move into space and then maybe beyond space. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I mean, this for them, it feels like a playground, which I love. And on top of that, again, just the ability for Aurora to choose this project. And I'm sure she had such a fun time. I don't know, because it almost feels like there really aren't any stakes with it. And so you're just really free. And Aurora is at her best when she is free. All right, let's check out. This is track 6. Have you seen me dance alone? Well, you guys have seen me dance alone because I'm literally in my office alone dancing, but kind of not, because then you see me dance. And okay, let's go.
Open up your mind, let your body see.
I love this. It's like being unencumbered. Might have to embarrass myself on this one. It's almost a little like urban. Like urban trap.
Have you seen me dance? Have you seen me dance?
It's a little like Latin now. Look at the hip movement. You can't see my hips. Probably for the best.
Have you seen me dance alone? Let your mind.
Gotta hit him with a little of the like.
There's no one in the world but me. Have you seen me dance? Have you seen me dance alone? Have you seen me dance? Have you seen me dance alone? Let your mind see. There's no one in the world but me. Have you seen me dance? Have you seen me dance alone? Have you seen me dance alone? Have you seen me dance alone?
love the premise of this.
Have you seen me dance alone? Have you seen me dance alone? Have you seen me dance alone? Let your mind see there's no one in the world but me.
She almost got that like ancient Egyptian.
See me dance.
This feels like a segue. Or maybe not. I thought they were gearing up for the next part, which is kind of a cool thought, you know, to really change up what's going on in the song, but obviously a setup for the next one. Yeah, I mean, and this song is like very much to her core, you know, because she dances, she performs like there's no one else. And I think it's a freeing thought for us too, right? That you have these moments. I think part of existing in the world is existing knowing that other people exist around you, right? That's just part of like how we're polite, how we're thoughtful of other people, but you can't go too far in that direction, right? Because then you become enslaved to everyone else's opinions. And so no, I don't think that you should be like lawless and just do whatever you want, however you want, and whatever makes you feel right. But if you live your whole life like not trying things, not experimenting, not yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it. Not trying something new because you're afraid of what other people might think, then you live as a slave to others' opinions. And we have to have that ability to, yes, be thoughtful of others and make wise decisions, but also have the freedom to be like, man, I really want to do this thing. Even if that's dance, you know what I mean? And part of that is you just kind of have to forget about everybody else. And that can be hard, but I also feel like there's like a little breakthrough in it too, where all of a sudden you become free. Okay, let's check out track 7. This is Somewhere Else. Oh, I love some naturescapes. Dude, are they doing what I was saying? Because now we are getting very, like, earth sound here. That's cool, man. Yeah, like, kind of like 70s retro. Give me a song to play at skate night in 7th grade, dude. I'm on my skates right now.
feel regret. We are not forgiven.
This is a banger.
I'll take you everywhere. I forget I'm living. It's cold out here. What a rush it's given. I got your name carved on my body. I celebrate while you love me.
This is my favorite so far. Okay, that one does sound like a segue. Listen. Come here real close. Really close to my pimple. We're not going to count or mention the amount of times that I falsely predicted the drop, okay? Let's just keep that between you, okay? I'm like, I'm like hands up, ready? Nope, we're not there. We're not, it's not happening. Oh, who cares? I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching, okay? All right, I do think this is the song that I saw some notes on. Okay, so Aurora said Somewhere Else is one of the first songs we ever wrote as TOMORA, and it opened up a big door for us into our world. Tom said, ever since Aurora sang that melody to me, it's been running around my head, brightening my day. We played an early version of the song at Glastonbury Festival, and it felt like magic. Now we get to share it. It's a total joy. Got a music video for that one. Somebody said, probably the most catchy track from the album. I freaking love the experimental side of the album. This one definitely is one of my favorites. Me too. Melodically, it's so effective. Found myself humming it many times. Yeah, I can understand that. Very cool. All right, we'll see if this is a transition into the next one. So we'll start at the end of Somewhere Else. Moving into I Drink the Light. All right, here we go. Oh, it wasn't. It's one of the longer ones on the album. cool.
I don't think I understand this feeling.
Unclenching thirst. That's cool.
Came here first. I drink it all.
It's like a thirst that won't let go.
I wanted to touch what I couldn't. I wanted to feel what I shouldn't feel. I wanted to taste the whole world from my palm. Oh, I drink the light. Oh, I drink the light. I drink
They're just breaking the rules here. You're pulled between these two rhythms.
As I count the lights on the runway, I'm chasing the speed of an airplane. I just want to feel the whole sun in my mouth. I drink the light. I drink the
And then they're playing with it differently on this section. But then bringing it like in, like settling it in place. Cool.
With the weight of the world over my brain, I'm reaching the height of a floodway. I want to be one with exactly the blood. I drink the Lord. I drink the Lord. I drink the love. I drink the love.
They're just gonna rock the beat for the next 3 minutes. stacking it, dude. All right, we'll let it flow. I have some comments on that one, but we'll wait. I love coming into this very reflective, this really reflective space. You're just keeping you on your toes, which creates this great experience right across the entire album. These ebbs and flows.
So far I've fallen, and the only way is down. But the mother always saves me before she lets me drown. And the world might forget me, but I won't regret leaving no traces on the hearts that I've met, on the hearts that I've met, on the hearts that I've met. Oh, I'd say is there time?
Oh, that's so cool, so mystic. Oh, the white sailor. love whatever this flute type instrument they're using is. Almost sounds like waves. All right, let's talk about the previous song for a moment, which was I Drink the Light. What was really interesting in that is there was many times throughout the song this tension, and I commented on it, right? You kind of have the underlying beat, and then you have this resonance of her voice, her vocals. And it's interesting because it's like your brain is trying to figure out which one to focus on, which was very interesting. And then at times they kind of brought it back in together. And the closing was kind of reminiscent of the opening of the album, just very, I don't know, wild in a sense. That's not the best word for it, but I think you know what I mean. Let's look into Wavelengths. Oh, and then conceptually, like lyrically, I really love the idea of I Drink the Light. So with Wavelengths, it's kind of this respite, this Selah in the moment. And it was making me think, I mentioned the white sailor, because the image it put in my mind is, let's see, who is the person who transports the dead over, the river. My nose has been running. Greek mythology, the person who transports the dead across the rivers, Styx or Acheron, to the underworld is Charon. So this kind of imagery, right, of this figure kind of transporting you. But when you take that, obviously it's very dark imagery, but in the idea of the white sailor, it to me, instead of obviously caves, darkness, I think of if you're moving more toward like outer space, and even to this point where it's like, you've got these rays of light, almost like in the Marvel series with Thor. I forget what it's called, but when they use the thing that like transports them, it's kind of like a light speed type thing, this light tunnel. And I just think of the white sailor as almost like this boat, but moving you instead of through the underworld, like further out. I don't know. It's just an interesting image it painted in my mind. All right, let's jump into track 10. This is Side by Side.
be by your side.
I love that.
Even if I cry in the back of my mind, I know we got time. 'Cause we hold on to where we built our home. If I go now, will you follow? There's a shadow calling mine, and it feels like a song. And the colors call me home. And I don't know, but I don't wanna be alone. Even if I cry, even if I It's the way to say goodbye. It's the way to say goodbye.
It's interesting, trying to kind of wrap my head around what she's talking about, because I can't tell if it's like the ending of a relationship or, because part of it sounds very supportive, right? The idea of even if I cry, I'll be by your side. In the back of my mind, I know we've got time because we hold on to where we built a home. If I go now, will you follow? There's a shadow calling mine, and you feel like a song. The colors call me home. I don't know, but I want to be alone. But I don't want to be alone. I crumble at your feet. It's the way you speak to me. Interesting. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that song and kind of the meaning behind it. Okay. This is track 11, The Thing. big questions. Is she like personifying sorrow? Oh, the switch up. It's mean and crunchy. Yeah, we're on a bit of a space odyssey here. Yeah, it was really interesting because I'm trying to figure out, I feel like she's personifying some emotion there. The only one that she mentions, this feeling, this one, what are feelings? Are they real things? Which could line up with the idea of personifying something, right? Because you're taking, which is a little bit of a stretch, but you're taking something and you are giving it a name, you're giving it a face, you are making it a real, living, sentient type thing. And then saying, I'm hollow, I am sorrow. I've built myself a wooden stove, I'll build my body from the bone. So almost like coming into being. And then asking these questions. And almost giving this like ancient feel to the thing. Especially I've walked inside a hospital, but then I don't feel unwell at all. I don't know. That may not be the way that she's leaning, but it almost makes it feel like, let's just say if she was personifying sorrow, like sorrow has walked the halls of hospitals, but it doesn't feel unwell. So I don't know. It's a really thought-provoking song. This says, officially released their debut B-side single, The Thing, following the avant-garde electronic foundation of their debut single, Ring the Alarm. And it does, pivot's a good word. But even within the song, there's a pivot. I know it's talking about between the two singles, but even in the song, you kind of obviously have this very like ethereal feeling, and then it moves into this, I called it crunchy, this kind of crunchy, mechanical type sound. Released shortly after the official unveiling of TOMORA's identity, their first single, okay. TOMORA has been confirmed to perform at 2026 Coachella, which obviously we'll be able to see some stuff from that. And they're going to go on a tour, including the 2027 Glastonbury Festival. Live Energy is widely anticipated. Duo's debut album is officially set for release on April 10th. Good stuff. All right, we're going to close out this project. This is track 12, titled In a Minute. Okay. I bet these sound so good in a concert. With that like wall of bass. Oh, you know they're gonna crank it. wonder if they'll end it where they began it and kind of keep stripping things away. They're like, no, we're going to keep going. We know it's hot. Taking you all the way to the edge and closing on a banger. Okay, let's see if there are any notes on this one, and then we'll kind of share some closing thoughts. Oh, they performed this at Coachella. Oh, dude, that's gonna be off the freaking wall. I hope we get some good like crowd cams, because I just feel like it's gonna be wild. Okay, let's see. One thing that they did throughout the album, you know, I've obviously made plenty of comments throughout the album, things that stood out to me, but they have a great sense of space, right? It feels very spatial and big, which I think in a album like they're doing is important, you know, so that when you throw the earbuds in or whatever, I mean, however you choose to listen to it, whether it is in a setting like Coachella or it's in the dark, in your own room, that sense of space, I don't know, it makes you kind of sink in, if that makes sense, and go on that journey. It's similar in nature, obviously completely different, but we recently did Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. That was my first time experiencing that. And after listening to it on the channel, a few nights after, I put both AirPods in and I just laid in bed and listened to it. And they just, man, the sound design on it is so good. It gives that sense of space. And so there's kind of a similar thing there. And everybody in the comments was like, you need to have a drink. You need to have some gummies and then listen to it. It's not my thing. I almost think it's good to also learn how to have those kind of transcendent moments sober, right? So you're not completely reliant. It's almost like how, you know, people become so reliant on these things to even exist socially, which I understand. There's some things people, you know, get through with social anxiety and stuff like that. And, but I think it's also important that we learn how to exist in the world and with people, you know, without having to be fully reliant on those things. But it's kind of gives that same feel of the sound engineering and all of that. It's just really, really masterful. And listen, the whole thing's just a lot of fun, and there are many tracks on there, very thought-provoking. You get that really interesting mix between Aurora's ethereal, ancient type vocals. She's always been awesome in even her own albums of curating very interesting sounds. And I'm sure Tom Rowland's probably had a lot of hand in the production, but she probably did as well, because she does at other times. And I feel like I see her hands in a few of things, of some of the instruments that were used throughout in different styles. And you get this really wide range of kind of genres in a sense, while keeping it in this very like dance type experimental side, electronic. But overall, just a really cool project. Glad to see, you know, her doing things that interest her. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see the music videos. I'm sure they'll be wild, but especially those live performances, they're gonna be a lot of fun. So feel free to join me for that over on Patreon. Like I said, I have around 25 videos, about 16 hours of additional content on Aurora over on Patreon. Some of those are like 6-7 hour live streams that we did, where we were just looking at all kinds of stuff. But then I have several of them kind of broken up through the albums as we were moving through them. So feel free to join me over there, and we'll have a good time. We're building a good community over there. It's the best way you can support this channel, because obviously these videos are not monetizable as we're listening to the full songs. So if you want to support the channel and get access to a lot of great content, come check us out on Patreon. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always have a great time having conversation with you guys there. And I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.